So let's look at question 6 now. We're into recursion and financial modelling. All right, so in this case, Marlon plays a guitar in a band. He pays $3,264 for a new guitar. It's going to depreciate over a fixed amount for each concert that he plays. After 25 concerts, the value of the guitar will have decreased by $200. So after 25 concerts, what's the value going to be? Well, this is a fairly, I want to say easy question, but easy in the sense of it started off at 3264, as pointed out here. And after 25 concerts, it's decreased by $200. So it's just minus $200. And so what your answer is going to be is 3064. So you'd write something along the lines of $3064. Okay, that's why I mean that one is sort of an easy started part to the question. All right, next part. Write a calculation that shows the value of the guitar. That the value of the guitar will depreciate by $8 per concert. All right, so the way you will show this is you're going to look at how much it's decreased by. So I'm just going to write how much decreased by and how many number of concerts, because that's what we're talking about in this case. All right, because it's per concert, that's where that comes into it. So it's decreased, the amount's decreased by 200, and we've had 25 concerts. So if you put that into your calculator, you'll get 8. So basically your answer is going to be, so that's where you'll get depreciated by $8 per concert. So that's where you get that answer from. Okay, so that's what you'd have to show. You'd have to really show this bit here. But that part there is just to show you how you get to there. Okay. The value of the guitar after n concerts can be determined using a rule. Complete the rule by writing the appropriate numbers in the boxes provided. Okay, so basically this comes to the formula which you possibly would have seen. It goes Vn equals V0 minus n times d. Okay, where in this case that's our Vn. This value here would be our V0. Now, if we're looking at the numbers here, that V0 is this. This is basically G0, which is our equivalent to this part. So 3264 minus, now n is this part here. So that's going to be a number of constants if you actually use this in to calculate something. So that stays there. But D is what you calculated or got shown up the top here. It's per concert. That's how much it decreased by. Because remember, if you have 10 concerts, it's going to decrease by $80 because it's 10 times 8. So 8 would be in the answer. So your answer would be 3264 and 8. That's all you need to show. The rest I've shown you is a bit of example. Okay. So let's look at D. So D is the value of the guitar continues to be depreciated by $8 per concert. After how many concerts will the value of Marlon's guitar first fall below $2,500? So I'm going to show you two ways to do this. One will involve solve, especially if you've got a TI Inspire CAS, which is, as you've seen, I've been using. And the other way you can sort of do just using any calculator really. So I'm going to start with that one first. So in this case, you might well look and say the depreciation, let's call it depreciation, I'm lazy to write the whole thing, must be greater, that's supposed to be a greater than sign. Yeah, my arrow things aren't the greatest. Must be greater than 32464 minus 2,500. So it must be greater than that. So that's 2.5 comes from there, and that equals 764. So that's the correct depreciation must be greater than that. Okay, because it has to be below that first fall below 2,500. And from there you go 764 divided by 8. Because remember, it's each time you have a concert, it's depreciated by $8, and that'll give you an answer of 95.5. Okay, so it therefore falls below 2,500 after 96 concerts. Okay. Now, another alternative you can do is use on your calculator is use the solve function. But here's the deal. It's using this equation. Okay. So let's write that out again. I'm going to write different colors so you can see equals V0 minus N times D. All right. So what you're after now is, in this case, you've just got to actually look at what this equation tells you. The Vn is basically what is the value after a certain period of time. We've been told that it's 2,500. So basically, actually, let's write solve here. In your calculator, you're going to write it solve, and you're going to have 2,500. Remember, that's Vn, or in this case, Gn. I should have said. Your V0 or your G0 is going to be 3264. 3264. You're going to have 8 times n, or n times 8, whichever way you want to do it. You're going to go minus. I'm going to put 8 times n, bracket, and close it, because that's the solve functionality. But this here links up to that equation, okay? And that's how you put it into your calculator. So let's do that. I'm going to go 2,000. Oops, forgot that good old solve. I actually often just type solve, to be honest, because I find it quicker. If I go algebra solve 2,500 equals 3264 minus 8 times, I'm not going to use n, you can use any letter to be honest, but I'll just use n to be consistent, comma, n, got the bracket, press enter, and we get 95.5, which happens to be what we got here. Okay, so we get n equals 95.5, and therefore it falls below the 2,500 after 96 concerts. So you get the same answer both ways. Your choice which way you'd prefer to go. All right, thank you.